So another thing you mentioned to me before we started to record was just Mario Cristobal, and he's already stated this throughout the off season, but now it's go time um, about position battles, and that nobody's secure, everybody fights, everybody shows that they've got to step up and actually win the job, not be given the job and then have to lose it. So just talk about what that does to a team, what that does to athletes that know that their job's on the line and they got to go get it done.
Man, I think what it does more than anything is it brings a certain mindset into camp because all of these things are taken into account as to who the starter is. Now, in today's ball, starting doesn't necessarily mean everything. Okay, I remember maybe 10 years ago, you could say starter. That person's going to get like 95% of the snaps, if not like 100. Now we're rotating so much, trying to keep fresh bodies in the game, and that's just not a Miami thing. That's just a sport in of itself. Now you hear about you can make the two deep. Okay, now maybe at positions like defensive end or wide receiver or cornerback, you can get as low as three deep because you may be a situational player. You're a shorter corner, you might be a nickel. All right, you're a crazy speed rusher who's still light in the ass. You might be just an edge rusher. You come on to get in and get after the quarterback on third downs. Wide receiver, you might just be a short blazer. You come in the slot, or if they find a short corner or slow corner, they put you out there. If you're a 6'5", they put you out there for a jump ball situation, things of that nature. So when it comes to having young men understand that nothing is given to them, that this is earned, they tend to walk into situations with, I'm in a battle. This isn't, I'm in front of you and you're chasing me. It's both of us are chasing after this line, regardless of who's in front or second or third right now, doesn't matter. In the spring, it didn't matter. Right now, they set off a new gun, pow, and we're going. And now I have to beat you to the start to the finish line, and that could be because I show up more often than you do on film. It could be because I influence the game in a certain way. It could be because you're 6'2", I'm 6'5". That 6'2" dude is just giving high effort, and I have too many minuses in the effort category. And maybe he's the starter and I'm the backup. Everybody looking at me like, why are you not starting? You the 6'5", 285 dude. And the 6'2", 250 dude is just effort, 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 effort. And he shows up on film. He's swatting passes down. He's dropping back in coverage. He knows the assignments. When coach calls whatever coverage it is, he already knows where he's supposed to be. You know, he's a communicator. He's a weight room guy. So you got to get that sense of entitlement completely out of your program. You got to get that sense of, I'm the 5-star corner out your program. You can't have a guy like Tracy Howard walk in and just because he's the 5-star corner out of Miramar, and the 3-star, 2-star, 3-star corner out of American Senior High School, and Larry Holt, who early enrolled and was starring in practice and high effort guy, just as good, same size, same speed, all that. But just because the other guy's a 5-star, he starts, and Larry Holt has to transfer because you won't ever put him on the field again because the 5-star is there. You can't have that because then that just makes the young man relax. Because being that Mark, they're gonna know at the end of the day, regardless of all, that's just coach speak. I'm starting because I've been here longer, or I'm starting because I'm the 5-star, or I'm starting because I'm a transfer. You can't have that in the program because it just really doesn't allow them to psychologically keep giving effort. Okay, keep giving high effort, and to play all the way through. Because even if we're done with the first couple of games, when it comes to playtime, now it's not about who's the starter. It's about playtime. Are you getting snaps? Are you on the NASCAR package? Are you running down on specials? Are you on the travel squad? This year when we go at Texas A&M, are you going to be on the bus and get on the plane and go with us? Or are you the guy in the artillery that we read about because you're the 4-star defensive end? But then when we go to away games, we don't see you, or receiver. The reason why I always talk about D-line is because that's what I play with coach. So I know what goes into those kind of things. It's just It's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing. And the other part about it from a coaching perspective is keeping the young men not only motivated, but if they're down, if they're hurting, if they're feeling like, I don't want to be here anymore, this is too hard, or it's nothing I can do to get, just continually motivated them. Continuously saying, I see you. Even little things like that, Mark, and you have to know your players. You have to know your players. If you allow your player to know that anything he does good, you emphasize, and that doesn't allow him to keep pushing, then you can't do that to him. All right. If you know another young man, he's going to get down in the dumpster if I don't recognize him, if I don't give him a shot, if I don't tell him I love him, if I don't tell him I appreciate him, he's going to be down in the dumpster and feel like nobody sees him. You know, you have to be able to know your players in that instance. And when it comes to camp, you know, they're really fired up anyway. So you have to be able to try to stretch that through 16 practices over 3 to 4 weeks. You have to be able to stretch that level of intensity, because by practice 8, 9, these guys are beat up. But the ones that stand out are the ones that keep going and keep going and keep going, even when their body is hurting and they have to sit in the ice tub. But they just keep going. And those are the guys you usually see win those battles.